So getting stuck on this blue screen of the BitLocker page is really a very complicated problem for all the Windows user, and it might ask you the PIN or the password. Now in case if you remember the recovery key, it would be easier to bypass this BitLocker page. But even if you don't remember the PIN, the password, even the recovery key, then the chances to bypass this BitLocker page is really low. But still I would be sharing the possible ways to bypass this BitLocker page that you can give a try. At least by the end of this video, you would have the peace of mind that you have tried all the possible solutions. Alright, so let's move with the basic and the general method to fix this, and that is using the recovery key, which is applicable for the user who forget the password or PIN, but they have saved the recovery key somewhere in the drive or maybe in the Microsoft account. So there can be two chances: either you have saved in the hard drive in your another drive, and for that what you have to do, on this BitLocker page only, at the bottom it says press escape for BitLocker recovery. So you will have to press the escape key. Again it says press escape for more recovery options, so you will have to press the escape key again. And now it will be preparing the BitLocker recovery, so you have to wait for a while. And very soon it will give you another blue screen of BitLocker. Enter the recovery key to get going again. Again at the bottom it says skip this drive. You will have to click on it and you will be getting the advanced options. So here you have to click on troubleshoot, then click on advanced options, and then you have to click on command prompt. Now once you click on command prompt, probably the command prompt will be up for many of you. But if you get this kind of message like me, like to unlock or restart to launch, then you will have to click on restart to launch. Alright, so once you get the command prompt page like this, you will have to type here notepad and hit the enter key. The notepad will be up. Then here from the top menu option, from the left hand top, you need to click on file and click on open. Once you click on open, from the left hand side, click on this PC. And then you have to locate to the drive where you think that you have saved the recovery key of the BitLocker. Alright, so I think I have saved in my data drive. So I will just open it. And here I can find the BitLocker key. I will open it. And here we go. So here you can see I have my BitLocker recovery key, and probably you will also get the recovery key that will look very similar to this. Once you get it, make a double click on it to open it. And from here you can copy the recovery key, or you can even take a screenshot or a photo from your mobile so that you can manually enter where it asks you for the recovery key. Right. So this was the first method in order to grab the recovery key so that you can reset the PIN or the password of the BitLocker. Right, so once it's been done, now you can close it. Again, you will come to the BitLocker page. So you can press the escape key again, and then it says enter the recovery key for this drive. So you have to enter the same recovery key that you have got from your another drive. Now in case if you don't find the recovery key over here, then probably you have saved somewhere in the Microsoft account. And in order to get the BitLocker recovery key from the Microsoft account, you have to bring up any of your browser, like from your another PC or laptop or from your mobile, and you will have to open this website ak.ms/myrecoverykey. So once you type this address and hit the enter key, it will take you to the account.microsoft devices page, and it will ask you to log in with the Microsoft account, the same Microsoft account where you have saved the BitLocker recovery key. So use the credential, log into your Microsoft account, and once you will get logged in the device section, like me, you can see the recovery key over here. So what I can do again, I can take a screenshot, I can take a picture of this, and then you have to manually type on the BitLocker recovery page of your laptop. Alright, so these are the two methods in case if you know that where your BitLocker recovery key has been saved. And if you are able to find the recovery key from either of the two methods, then you are good to go. Apply, enter the recovery key and reset your PIN or password. Okay, so this was the basic and the general method that you have to use in order to reset your PIN or password of the BitLocker. But in case if this method is not applicable for you, you don't know the recovery key, or you're not able to find the recovery key, then you have to use a small trick here from the BitLocker recovery page only. You will have to press the escape key again. As it says, press escape for more recovery option. And it will be preparing the BitLocker recovery. So you will have to wait again for a while. Then you will have to click on skip this drive. Click on troubleshoot, advanced option. And then you have to choose the UEFI firmware settings as we have to enter the BIOS now. Click on restart and the computer will now be restarting in the BIOS. And once you get the BIOS screen, you have to go in the advanced section or more settings, whatever option you get depending on the manufacturer. I'm on a Lenovo laptop, so I will have to click on more settings here. Alright, so now you will come to the BIOS screen. And in this trick, what we are going to do exactly, we will be using a trick to enable or disable the secure boot and the TPM. Now, sometime what happened when this BitLocker screen came up, probably your secure boot and TPM was being disabled, and enabling back again can create some chances of bypassing the BitLocker page. Or probably the secure boot and TPM was enabled when this BitLocker page came up. So if we go ahead and try disabling the secure boot and the TPM, then probably it will bypass the BitLocker page. There is no guarantee, but we can try this trick. Alright, so once you also come to the BIOS screen, you will have to go to in the security section and you need to look for the secure boot and the TPM. So if I scroll down here, I can find here Intel Platform Trust Technology, and right now you can see it's been enabled. So what I can do, I can click on the drop down and choose it to disable. Then I will scroll down more and I will also find the secure boot, and you can see that it's been disabled. So what I can do, instead of disable, we can enable it. So I will click on the drop down and choose it to enable. So once you have applied these changes, now you can press the F10 key to save the changes. Click on yes and wait until the screen comes up. Now if this trick works, it will bypass the BitLocker page and it will take you to the login page. But if it doesn't work like me, then you will come back to the BitLocker page again. Alright, so in case if the first method did not work for you and the second trick did not work for you, then finally you only have one solution where you will have to format and reinstall the Windows. So unfortunately, you will be losing your data, but in order to get your device back to bring in work, you will have to go with this last option. Now even formatting this hard drive or SSD and reinstalling the Windows is not easy, as you cannot create a Windows bootable USB and start reinstalling the Windows. First you will have to format this BitLocker drive, because without formatting, if you try plugging your USB and if you boot with it, so the Windows 11 installation page will pop up. But once you come to the disk option, it will give you an error. Like on my side, you can see it shows me Windows 11 can't be installed on this disk 0 partition. However, if you have any other partition, you can install the Windows on that particular partition. But again, it will not make any sense, because after installing the Windows on any other drive as well, your C drive will be still locked and you won't be able to bring that in use. Alright, so now let's talk about the solution, that what exactly you have to do. First, you will have to create a bootable USB of Windows 10 or Windows 11, whichever operating system you are using. And in order to create a bootable USB, you need a pen drive of at least 8 GB in space, and you also need any other device where you can create a bootable USB like any other PC or laptop, or even you can create it from your mobile phone. I've already created a video that how you have to create a bootable USB using your Android phone. So once you have created a bootable USB, first you will have to format this BitLocker drive. And for that, what you have to do, once you come to this BitLocker recovery page, you have to press the escape key again. It will be preparing for the BitLocker recovery. Then you have to click on skip this drive. And once you come to this page, you will have to click on troubleshoot again. Click on advanced option. Click on command prompt. And once the command prompt comes up, here we have to run few commands in order to format our BitLocker partition. That is our main C drive. Alright, so first you have to type here disk part. So you will be inside the disk partition. Now we have to list all the disks. So I will type list space disk and hit the enter key. On my end, it only shows me one disk, as I have only one disk connected. I have no other disk. But if you have multiple disks, then you have to choose the right one where you have your operating system and which has been encrypted with the BitLocker. So what I will do, I will select this disk. So I will type select space disk and the disk number, that is 0. I will type 0 and hit the enter key. Once this disk will be selected, now we have to list all the volume inside this disk. So type list space volume and again hit the enter key. So now it will list me all the volume, all the partition inside this disk. So you will have to find the one that is your main partition where your operating system has been installed and which has been encrypted with the BitLocker. So I can clearly see that my C drive that shows me format unknown partition 275 gigabytes. This is my partition. So you also need to find your main OS partition. And once you get it, you will have to select it. So type select space volume and the volume number. So it's 0 again from my side. So I will type here 0 and hit the enter key. So now once we have selected this partition, we have to clean this drive. So again, a quick warning that doing so will be deleting all your data inside this C drive partition. So once you are sure, you will have to type clean, and once you hit the enter key, it says disk part succeeded in cleaning the disk. Now next you have to type create space PART, that will be for partition, space primary. So just type PRI and hit the enter key. Next you have to type active. Again hit the enter key. And then you have to format the partition. So type format space FS equal sign. Then we will choose the file system, that will be NTFS space. Then we have to give a label. So type label LABEL equal sign surface quick QUICK and again hit the enter key. So it says this part successfully formatted the volume. So once the partition has been formatted, we have to assign a new drive letter. So type assign space letter equal sign and I will give the C drive. So I will type C and again hit the enter key. Alright, so now we are all done formatting this partition. So we can just type exit and get out of here. And this time when you close the command prompt and restart the computer, it will give you an error, setup confirmation. Your boot is failed because there is no operating system detected. So once you have formatted the partition, now you can go ahead and connect the USB, the bootable USB, and reinstall the Windows. So let me quickly connect my USB here, my bootable USB that I have created of Windows 11. So once you have connected the bootable USB, restart the computer, where it asks you to select the language settings. So choose the language setting, click on next. Choose the keyboard settings, click on next. Install Windows 11. So yes, I will install Windows 11. So I will agree the terms and click on next. Okay, so again it will pop up. Language to install, type and currency format. So I have to choose it and click on next. Click on install now. The setup will be started very soon. So I will have to accept the term here and click on next. Then it says what type of installation do you want, upgrade or custom. So you will have to choose the custom here. So select it and hit the enter key. And then it says where do you want to install Windows, and it will show your disk, your partition, even show you the total size. So in case still after selecting it, at the bottom it says Windows can't be installed on this drive. So you need to select it and then click on delete. Once deleted and once it will be unallocated, now you can select the partition again and click on next. And the installation of Windows will now be started. So this time you have to keep some patience until the installation is being completed. And next, after the installation, if you come to this kind of page, let's connect you to a network, or even if you come to the page where it asks you the location, your region, and if you don't want to go with the Microsoft account, you want to bypass the Microsoft account and want to continue with a local account, then at this page only, you will have to press Shift along with the F10 key and the command prompt page will be up. Here you have to type a very simple command that will be start space ms dash cxh colon local only. I will leave this command in the description, and once you hit the enter key, it will come up with a new page and it says create a user for this PC. So you can create a local account here very quickly. I will just give a username here that will be geek, and even I will bypass the password and click on next. All right, and very soon you will find after bypassing each and every product of the Microsoft, it will take me to this screen to choose the privacy settings. So I will just click on next, accept, and boom. So now you can see that finally we have got the Windows back. The old Windows that you had has been deleted, all the data has been deleted, but still you got your device back with the new Windows 11 with the fresh OS. And as I said in the beginning that you will be losing your data, but at least you will be getting your device back so that you can bring it to work. So that's all guys for today. These were the 3 solutions I shared with you in this video. Please let me know either the first or second method worked for you or not, or you tried with the third method. And please do not forget to hit the like and subscribe, and I see you in the next video. Bye bye.